said, from a medical standpoint, it just helps to reinforce that what we're doing really makes a difference. The brain can amplify the signal, turn it down, or even tell nerves how much of a signal to send up in the first place. Nerve sensitivity can be set by the brain and or by conditions right in the tissue. Even the structure of the nerves can and does change. There you go. I guess that's a bundle of nerves there, that picture. So this is really cool stuff. It kind of explains why what we do works, how what we do works. Talks about making it louder or quieter. You can use some kind of metaphors like that. Dialing it down, dialing it up. Remember the intensity dial that I gave you guys? I added that to the circle of excellence. It's not in the original version, but I added that. I use a dial, an imaginary dial in someone's head for a lot of things. You can use it for pain, right?
Weight loss too.
Dial it down. Weight loss. Dial up the metabolism, dial down the, dial up the fat burning, dial down the desire for food or sweets or whatever it is. Is anyone in any discomfort today? Because to practice this, it really works best if you actually have something going on.
So I have a friend that was in a car accident. The doctor said she would never walk again. And she looked the doctor in the eye and said, "I do not accept such a sentence from an earthling."
Very nice. I like her already.
And dragged herself out of the room, literally dragged herself on the floor out of the room. And now not only does she walk, but at age 75, 73, she climbed the highest mountain in Guatemala.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, she's an exceptional person,
Yeah.
an energetic healer, and she, yeah.
limiting input, I think I told you, that's what my shield is for. If somebody starts telling me you're never going to be able to, or you can't do this, or you shouldn't do that, I'm going to just put it on. It's not that I'm going to reject it necessarily. I'll take it for the educated or informed opinion that they have. But just like she said, they're humans. They only know what they know. And I'm just going to set it, if it sounds limiting at all, I'm going to set it aside, even if it seems reasonable. And I'm going to keep all of this open for more information and keep to see what else might be available that particular person didn't know about. And sometimes it's something that nobody else knew about, right? There's new stuff happening. I mean, when Simonton did that study with the Pac-Man eating tumors, people thought he was crazy until he got those results. And then they had to not think he was crazy anymore, right? But, he didn't use drugs, so not enough people heard about it, but it's still documented. So what can you say? But does anyone have any discomfort in their body right now?
I have a little discomfort in my low back.
In your lower back?
Yeah.
Scale. I always use a scale of 1 to 100. So if you don't mind, would you mind being the practice person here? And again, I count on you cooperating because it is a hypnosis training and we want to have a good experience. So expect something good to happen. But if it's only a little one, I'm curious. Honestly, I use 1 to 100 for 2 reasons that I might have mentioned before. One, it gives more room for movement instead of the 1 to 10 that the doctors use. And that's the other reason I use 1 to 100, because it's different than what the doctors use. I want everything with me to be different than the doctor's office. So those are the 2 reasons. So on a scale of 1 to 100, with 100 being off the charts, better go to the hospital, and 1, you don't even notice it. Where is it in that scale?
Probably around 20, 22, 25.
22, 25? Okay. Yeah, so it's not excruciating, but you're feeling it. You're feeling it. And would you like to see some movement in a positive direction with that?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, then I'm going to ask you, first of all, is it okay with you if just briefly, if you feel that, if you experience that, just maybe even just a little bit more, knowing that in a few moments that it'll start going the other direction? Is that okay with you? Sure. Okay. So it looks like you have your glasses on, but I think your eyes are closed. Is that correct? Yeah. So go to the center of that. And where is it located?
It's a little bit above the pelvis, where the spine meets the pelvis.
Okay, so go again, not going to keep you there too long, but go to the center of that, if you would, please.
Actually, it's on the right side.
Okay. Just let yourself be there. Give yourself permission just to, I know it's not comfortable, but go ahead and just be there. And as you're in the middle of that experience now, I want you to imagine as if that discomfort, if it were to be an object, or does it come to you? Are you experiencing it in a way that you could describe it like as an object or a thing? If you had to describe it to us, how would you think of it if it were?
It feels like something maybe the size of a hockey puck that is that doesn't belong there. It feels like a foreign object embedded there.
Okay, so that what does something feel like that feels like a foreign object? I wonder, just like it doesn't belong. So it's about the size of a hockey puck?
Yeah, the size of a hockey puck, but it's not as wide as a hockey puck. It's not as thick. It's just it's like it's like a very uncomfortable sticker that someone stuck there, like just underneath the skin. Like it's
yeah. And as an object, it appears kind of thick, like a hockey puck. Does it have any color?
It's almost bone colored.
Okay. Does it seem to have any kind of? Does it have any kind of movement or vibration or anything?
It pulses.
Pulses. Okay.
Slow pulses.
So it's bone colored, thick like a hockey puck, and it's pulsing.
No, it has the diameter of a hockey puck, but not the thickness.
Oh, not the thickness. Okay. No. If you had to imagine what it weighs, what would you think it weighs?
Just a few ounces, 3 or 4 ounces.
Okay, 3 or 4 ounces. And it's bone colored and pulsing. Anything else about it? Does it make any sounds or have any other characteristics?
It constricts. It constricts the area. It just makes everything not like a knot does. It's very subtle. Like when clothes shrink, you can't really, it's smaller and everything got a little denser. It's kind of like that feeling was just uniformly making everything denser and less flexible.
Is that the hockey puck that's doing that, or is it the things around it are feeling? That's what it's causing.
Let's call it a sticker, because it really isn't like it's a
sticker. Okay.
Yeah, it's not a hockey puck. It's like a very thick sticker just underneath the skin, bone colored, that causes everything to tighten.
Okay. And any other characteristics it has that stand out to you?
Yeah, its effects travel, like the tightening there is like a domino effect.
Yeah, that's I just want to stick with the object itself right now.
Oh, got it. No.
So are there any characteristics of that sticker that stand out to you? Anything else about it that's noticeable?
No, like it doesn't have a sharp edge. It kind of blends into the rest of the tissue, like it kind of disappears into everything around it.
So it's a has, how would you word that? It doesn't have sharp edges. What does it have?
Its edges are, I guess, diffused.
Diffused edges.
The edges disappear into the surrounding area.
Okay, so they kind of fade into the surrounding area.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, now in a moment, I'm going to ask you to open your eyes, not yet, but in a moment. And when you open your eyes, Evelyn, what I want you to do is just look either, whatever's comfortable for you, either to the left or right of the screen, because I don't want you looking straight at yourself. I have you pinned on the screen. So I want you to, wait, don't open them yet. When you open your eyes, I want you to look either to the left or right, so you can turn your head. And what I want you to do is put that sticker close your eyes. Not yet. Not yet. And what you're going to do is you're going to bring that sticker as if you could bring it out. Remember when we did the parts work and you're bringing things out? It's real strange. Bring it out as if it could come out and sit about 2 feet in front of you there, just floating out there in the air. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Open your eyes now. Put it right out there about 2 feet in front of you and just focus on it. Really look at it. And I'm just curious if it's changed at all now that it's out there. Is it still a sticker that with diffused edges? How does it appear to you?
How does it appear? It appears, well, not sticky like a sticker anymore.
Okay. So it changed a little bit.
Yeah.
What is it now? Just let it, and don't judge it. Just let it be whatever it is, and just.
It's like a little unsmiley face, like kind of like a beige smiley face, but it's sticking its tongue out at me.
Oh, cute! Little stinker sticking its tongue out.
Exactly, it's a little stinker.
Okay, but it's still bone colored, and you think is it still kind of thick?
It's about as thick as my pinky.
And it's
like,
still,
you know, like half an inch.
Okay, so it's smaller. Is it smaller than it was, or?
Yes, it is.
Inch. Okay, and what about weight? Is it still 3 or 4 ounces?
No, it's probably like 1 to 2 ounces now.
Oh, okay, so that's lighter too. So it's lighter and smaller, and it's now a little, what is it like? It's a sticking its tongue. It's like a little, you said like a smiley face only sticking its tongue out?
It's a stinker. Like you called it.
Stinker. Okay. I didn't want to put words in your mouth, but that's what it sounded like you were describing. Okay, and so it's still bone colored. Anything else about it that you notice? Are the edges still diffused, or are they more defined?
No, the edges are more defined, and the whole thing has shrunken down to like the size of like a thick silver dollar, let's say.
Oh, cool. Okay, so
poker chip. It's like this, like a poker chip.
Poker chip. Well, that sounds like fun. Okay, so here's what I'm going to ask you to do. That poker chip is still bone colored?
Yes.
I'm going to ask you if there's a nice color that you like that you could change that to, because you know your mind can imagine different things. So if you
could be yellow.
Yellow? Mm-hmm. So did you do that already? What kind of yellow is it?
Like the smiley face yellow.
Oh, okay. So kind of a bright yellow. Ooh, my favorite, just like my logo, right? Like my blouse.
Yeah.
My blouse is more like mustard, which I really hate mustard. Okay, good yellow. And it's still got its tongue sticking out?
Little, it's a little less naughty now.
Okay, so it's yellow now. Why don't you, since you were able to change the color, you like it yellow? Is that good that way? Okay. Why don't you go ahead, and what I want you to do is just real quick, just in a quick movement of your head, take that little poker chip size little stinker, yellow, and just with the movement of your head, put it in the same exact position, but on the other side of your screen. In other words, to your right. Put it to your right. Just move it over there. So it's 2 or 3 feet away from you. And just put it over there and just notice it there. I don't want you to try to force anything or try to make anything happen. Just be aware of it there and notice what it's like over there. Has anything changed with it over there?
It's like I'm seeing it like an emoji where the expressions change.
Oh, so it's not sticking its tongue out all the time now.
No.
Okay. Okay. You like it better over there?
Oh, I don't care.
You don't care. Mm,
Yeah.
okay. But it's changing. It's not sticking its tongue out all the time now. Okay. And here's, yeah. So now send it out like 6 feet further. And I don't know if there's a wall there. Just imagine the wall's not there and you can send it 6 feet away.
Mhm.
More. So it's like 8 feet away now because you added a couple of feet in front of you. So send it like 8 feet away, 6 feet farther.
Mhm.
And it's yellow still got the yellow color.
Yes.
Okay. And it was a poker chip. So has the size or the weight or anything changed now that it's that far away?
It's smaller because it's far away.
Because it's far away. Yeah. Okay. So here's what I'm going to ask you to do. But it's still like the size of a poker chip if it was that far away. Is that accurate?
Right.
Okay. So since you've been able to change the color, do you like the color yellow? Is that a good color for it? You like that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's okay. Yellow's okay. So here's one. You said it's changing expressions. So here's what I'm going to ask you to do is find one expression that it could have that would make you feel really good. That you would like. And just let it stick with that one now. Just let that one kind of be stuck on there since it's a sticker.
Okay.
And now see if you can take that poker chip size out there and shrink it down to the size of a dime. As if a dime were that far away. Now it's really small.
Okay.
And if it's just the size of a dime, why don't you make it the weight of a dime as well, which is very light. Nice.
Okay.
And I don't know, do you have a wall over there or anything? Is there, what is it that you're looking at?
I'm looking
what's behind it?
Well, it's a glass door and then a glass window and then the water behind it.
And then the water. Okay. Ooh, that's even better. So take that dime-sized yellow little with the expression on it that you like. You must like it because you're laughing. And send it out there and see if you can do it. One of those skipping things on the water with it, you know? You know how you can skip things across the water? See if you can do that with it out there with your mind. Just play with it. Did you do it?
Yeah, so just have it skip along and not drop it.
Well, you can put it down in the water if you want, so it can just go all the way into the water if you want. As long as you're skipping it. Or you could send it off on one of those skips off into the atmosphere or something. Just do whatever comes to you. What did you do with it?
I sent it skipping along the canal until I can't see it anymore.
Oh, cool, cool. So come over here with me, with Terry and myself here, and just curious on that scale of 1 to 100, where are you right now? And don't, just quickly.
Oh, just not feeling anything.
Not feeling anything. Ooh, that's interesting. So it went from 20, what was it, 20, 25?
Yeah.
All right, good girl. So I don't have to ask you, if you were still getting some, I would say, would you like to take it even farther? And that would be up to you. But you just did it. You just sent it away, didn't you?
I did.
That was pretty cool.
I did. Yeah.
And if any time in the future, it would start to come back or anything, which we don't anticipate. But if it did, you kind of know what to do now.
Yeah.
And you can do it just with, because it's already done it once. You can do it quicker next time. Yeah. A lot quicker. So that's the objectifying pain process. It's very simple. It's very short.
So it's interesting because it's as you're talking, I'm feeling it come back a little bit, but not to the degree that it did. Maybe at around 10%.
Yeah.
Now it's just not even a pain. It's just like a little hi. I'm still here. I'm here.
Yeah. And we're going to talk a little bit about how to deal with that, because there are some pains you don't want to eliminate 100% the signal. You want to eliminate the discomfort, right? So if you start to feel any discomfort with this, is this just from sitting so much? You said you've been sitting a lot, mostly.
It's been a chronic issue over the last few months.
Okay.
I think my mattress is better.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to suggest for you, since you're still, kind of here with me. I'm going to suggest that if you start to feel any discomfort back that you don't want to feel, even 10% or something, that you can just glance in a moment, you can, while we're working here for the next hour or so, or 40 minutes, that you can just glance out at that water and send it out there again. And it'll do exactly what it did last time.
Cool. I like that.
Instantly. And here's the other part of working with any kind of chronic discomfort. We're not going to call it that other word anymore, discomfort, because you're more comfortable now, aren't you? Yes. So here's the other part. Here's the other part of it is sometimes you need to be alerted that something needs attention. And I don't know what that's about because we haven't really talked in depth about what that's about. You know more about it than I do. But if for any reason your internal intelligence understands that you do need to be alerted, that that needs to be addressed in some way further, other than just sending it away, then it will give you a signal that doesn't have to be uncomfortable, that can be some kind of a mental signal alert, maybe a flashing red alert sign in your brain or something. You know, it'll give you the signal in a way that can be comfortable. And it will let you know you might want to address this in some way. We have to be careful with working with these kinds of things, because there are certain kinds of chronic, I'm not going to say that P word ever again for the rest of this because I don't want to put it out there. But with a client, of course, you know, we're going to start out talking like we did with you that way. But since we're training, I still don't want to say it now. There are certain kinds of chronic discomfort. Like I said, hypnosis is the best thing for it, that we know that all the experts have now said there's absolutely nothing left to do about it. In those cases, my inclination would be to go ahead and allow them to have the experience gone completely. The textbooks with hypnosis will tell you never get rid of it 100%, because in case, you know, like if somebody's healing from a broken leg, let's say, and they want to be more comfortable while that leg's healing, it hurts, right? And they don't want that. You can help them with that kind of discomfort to a level. And if there's something that they are about to do, or that they have done that has re-injured it, or they're about to do something that might not be the best idea with the level of healing they're at, that they're, you know, that's why they say that. But my inclination is just have your unconscious alert you in a different way, to give you maybe some heat or vibration in that area. I prefer just a signal in my brain. Just send me a signal that I can become aware of on a conscious level, that I better not go down those steps. Maybe I should take the ramp or something like that, right? Or there's something I'm experiencing that makes me think this healing might, you know, maybe something already happened and I wasn't aware of it, and I might need to go to the doctor and get this checked. So those are the kind of reasons why they would say never get rid of 100%. But the people that I respect that work with pain all the time, they say there's no problem getting rid of it, as long as you still have the alert if it needs to be addressed. So, and you know what? I always believed that, even before I met those other experts that said that agreed with me, because I have that much respect for our unconscious mind. It's our protector. We keep saying, as hypnotists, our unconscious is our inner protector. So why on earth would we think it wouldn't alert us if we're about to do something stupid that would re-injure that area, right? It'll give us the signal. Whether or not we pay attention to it, now that's a whole other thing, maybe, right? So, and I'm just curious again, on that scale, is it still 0 right now? Yeah. And here's the thing, if you ask a client where they are, and you want to talk about other stuff now, you don't want to stay on it, because what happens when you focus on something, we all know. So you don't want them to go looking for it or give them a lot of time to stop and think about it, because if they stop and think about it, guess what's going to sneak back in? It's going to be, you know, so as long as you know now what to do, you can skip it off, you know how to instantly, it can happen. And I wanted to add that because it doesn't have to be that whole process anymore. You can just take it and say, that's it, zing, just flick it away, right?